In this video, we're going to break down exactly how to master high ping in Fortnite. And trust me, it's way more doable than you think. So let's dive right in. First things first, what actually is ping and why does it matter so much? Ping is the amount of time it takes for data to travel from your device to the Fortnite servers and back. A lower ping means faster communication, which is why players sitting around 0 to 10 ping feel like they're playing a whole different game. But if you're like me and sometimes have to deal with 80 to 100 ping or even higher, you know how brutal it can feel. Every build, every shot, every edit, it all feels delayed. But instead of complaining, we're going to learn how to dominate despite it. Here's the first mindset shift you need. High ping forces you to play smarter, not faster. You're not going to out-edit someone with 5 ping, so stop trying to match their speed. Instead, focus on outsmarting your opponents. Strategy becomes your biggest weapon. Now, before we get into mechanics, let's take a look at settings. If you're dealing with high ping, your game and your connection need to be running at their absolute best. The next few tips are small tweaks, but they can make a big difference. And if those tweaks don't cut it, be sure to check out my full guide on lowering your ping and improving your system's performance. Now, starting with your game settings, turn on confirm edit on release. This is absolutely essential when you're on high ping. It speeds up your edits by skipping the extra manual confirm step. Also, drop your graphics settings. Set them all to low to reduce input delay. Your FPS needs to stay high and consistent to keep your game responsive. Turn off things like shadows, motion blur, and even high quality textures. All of these can add latency and hold you back. Next up, let's talk about internet connection tips. First and most importantly, use a wired connection. If you're on Wi-Fi, switch to Ethernet immediately if you can. This one change can massively reduce packet loss and stabilize your ping. Then, shut down background apps, Discord, YouTube, Spotify, anything pulling data in the background. Close it all while you play. Also, double check your Fortnite server settings. Sometimes the game auto selects the wrong region, and that can give you unnecessarily high ping. Manually pick the right one for your location. Now, let's talk about the part you've been waiting for, gameplay and strategies for high ping. This is where things get really good. If you want to actually perform better on higher ping, you need to change your playstyle. Don't try to outbuild someone with lower latency. Turbo building isn't reliable when you're so delayed. You might place a wall and it won't even register in time. So instead of relying on speed, start thinking ahead. Build smarter, pre-build your boxes while rotating, don't wait until you're shot at to react. Stay one step ahead and box up before the danger starts. Before you even get into a fight, you need to start thinking about how to stay protected. When tunneling or defending yourself, always use double layers, like placing a wall followed by a cone, or 2 walls stacked for extra strength. This makes it way harder for enemies to break in before your builds actually register. Also, start mastering simple high ground retakes. You don't need flashy mechanics, just clean and effective ones. I have a whole video on every mechanic you need to learn. It's a 37-minute guide, so go watch that after this video. A basic ramp with cones and walls can give you the high ground without risking a failed build or slow input. Now, let's talk about adapting your fighting style. If you're on high ping, forget the flashy triple edits and wild mechanics. Your focus needs to shift to something way more important: positioning, timing, and smart decision making. Trust me when I say this, having high ping doesn't mean you can't dominate. It just means your path to success looks a little bit different than those on lower ping. You've got to outsmart your opponents instead of outclicking them. One of the best things you can do is play more defensively. Be the calm player who holds ground, while everyone else panics. When someone pushes you, don't freak out. Keep your builds clean, protect yourself, and wait for them to mess up. When they do, that's your window to punish them. And always use right-hand peeks. Fortnite is designed around right-hand angles. That means you can peek without fully exposing yourself and still land your shots. Mastering this gives you a huge advantage in every fight. Next, peek around corners where your character's body is barely showing, but your crosshair has a clear shot. It feels like a cheat code. And now let's talk about pre-firing. This is one of the most underrated strategies for high ping players. If you can start predicting when your opponent is going to edit or peek, you can shoot before they even get the chance to do it. At first, yeah, it feels like guessing, but the more you practice, the better your timing gets, and you can practice it in the Mechanics V5 training map by Raider464. You'll start winning more trades even against faster players. There are tons of creative maps out there designed to help you work on pre-fire timing and reading edit patterns. Add those into your routine, they'll make a huge difference. Real quick before we go deeper, if you want to try and improve faster and you're stuck on high ping or low ping, it doesn't matter. I made a completely free Discord server with drop maps, coaching, practice routines, and even teammates to grind with. Whether you're just trying to get better or actually go pro, it's a massive help. The link's in the description. Come join the Flow Improvement Hub. It's free and growing every day. All right, another mistake I see high ping players make is forcing bad fights. Don't take every fight head on, especially if the other player has a clear ping advantage. Instead, learn to play smart. Use third-party strategies to your advantage. Let 2 players fight it out, and once they're weak, you move in. That's not kill stealing, that's just smart Fortnite. If your goal is to win, you need to work smarter, not harder. You don't have to box fight every random player. Sometimes the smartest move is to sit back with an AR, get in a few tags from range, and play the long game. Let other players make the mistakes, you just clean up afterward. Try to avoid jumping into unnecessary close range fights. You can still rack up damage, earn eliminations, and even clutch games, all without putting yourself in a risky 50-50 situation. Now, let's talk about practice for all this. High ping sucks, no doubt about it, but if you keep playing with it, you actually start getting used to it. Over time, it won't feel like as much of a disadvantage. You can get insanely good on high ping. It just takes more intentional effort. One great way to do that is by practicing creative maps built for high ping players. Start with box fight maps. Focus on slow, controlled fights. Don't spam edits, don't force fast plays, work on being deliberate and consistent under delay. Don't treat high ping like something that permanently holds you back. Treat it like a different version of the game you're learning to master. One major tip that helped me was slowing down my fights in creative. Instead of trying to force fast edits or full speed piece control, I focused on understanding where and when to place builds that actually worked with the delay. This taught me how to play with better timing, better reads, and a ton more patience, and that made me stronger even when I played on low ping later. Another thing to grind is realistic maps. Load into high ping servers on purpose, then queue into realistic 1v1s or 2v2s. This forces you to adapt into situations that are way closer to real Fortnite than simple box fights. Every time you fight someone who plays faster than you, treat it like a lesson. Figure out what they're doing that works and how you can counter it with positioning, pre-fires, or smart builds. If you lose a fight, cool. Now ask yourself why you lost and change it up next time. But consistency matters more than everything. You can't get better on high ping if you only play a few times a week. So if this is the ping you've got, own it, grind it, get reps in every single day. You're going to have frustrating games, but you're also going to start seeing small improvements. You'll get cleaner with movement, you'll take smarter angles, and you'll stop trying to force players that only work for low ping demons. Over time, you'll develop your own style that thrives on high ping, and you'll be surprised at how many players you start beating because of it. Another trick, focus on utility and awareness over your flashiness. Things like knowing when to pop a med, when to rotate, and when to disengage, those are just as important as builds and edits. And the cool thing is, high ping doesn't affect those decisions. If you get better at reading the lobby, at tracking zone pulls, and at staying alive longer than the average player, you'll consistently place well, even if you don't win every fight. Fortnite is as much about survival and decision making as it is about mechanics. And if you're someone who wants to go pro or just wants to compete in ranked or tournaments, remember, plenty of top players come from places with high ping. They just learn how to make it work. They focus more on brain than brawn. They study fights, review their VODs, and learn how to never give opponents easy damage. You can do that too. Make high ping your training ground, the harder version of Fortnite that builds the most solid version of you. So make sure you guys are actually doing that. So don't fall into the trap of blaming ping every time you die. Use it as your motivation, because once you get good with high ping, players on low ping will feel like a superpower. Playing on low ping will feel like a superpower. Everything will suddenly be easier, you build faster, hit more shots, and everything will feel snappier. That's the payoff. So whether you're at 90 ping or 150, don't quit. Keep grinding, keep adapting, and remember, this is just one more obstacle that you can absolutely overcome. One more obstacle that you can absolutely overcome with the right mindset and practice. And if you guys did enjoy this video or it helped you out in any way, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below your ping, and let me know if you guys want any ping related videos in the future or any videos down below. Also, make sure to join the Discord. Everything's completely free, drop maps, everything. All you have to do is take a picture of you using my code, post in the Discord, and we will verify you, and then you'll get everything, as well as you will be put into the giveaway of 5 people receiving 1,000 V-Bucks. Once again, thank you guys for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I love you all. You guys have a great rest of your guys' day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.